Next question, from following data for security X, find beta. So beta is required to be calculated from year 2017 to 2020. Return is provided for a security and the return is provided for the market portfolio. And with that, say we are required to make the computation of the beta of the security. So let us understand how to find beta. Heading right down, calculation of beta of security. So let us see that say how to make the calculation of the beta of the security. Dear students, as far as the beta is concerned, we have discussed that. So the beta is the measuring systematic risk. Now we understand that say as far as the beta calculation is concerned, there is one more thing that say we need to understand, and that is given a name as market portfolio. Now what do we understand with the term market portfolio? Market portfolio means, or we can say that so the performance of the market portfolio means performance of all securities taken together is given a name as the market portfolio. Performance of all securities taken together is considered to be the market portfolio. In India, we understand so the Nifty and Sensex are considered to be the market portfolio. As far as the market portfolio is concerned, friends, we understand that say it is consisting of all kind of sectors say in the market. We understand that say it is consisting of the pharma sector, FMCG sector, banking sector, then media and entertainment sector. Like that, say the market portfolio is consisting of say all sectors taken together. So as far as the Nifty is concerned, in Nifty also say you will always observe that say there are certain companies which have been included that belong to IT sector, that belong to pharma sector, that belong to fast moving consumer goods FMCG sector, then education sector, then we understand that say it is so the media and entertainment sector, then so the oil industry, and so on. So what happens at say the performance of all securities taken together say is say taken into account for the purpose of say measuring the market portfolio performance. For the calculation of the beta, we take into account say what is the market portfolio performance. Understand that so the beta is say taking a very reasonable stand that say we will not make the computation of the risk like separately in isolation. We will consider that say what is happening into the market, and based on that say we'll compute the beta of the security. So here is the say the Nifty 50 index. In that say you can see that say the these are the sectors which are included. So one is the consumable goods, financial services, pharma, automobile, cement products, industrial, energy, services, metal, and others. What is the component for each of them is also provided over here like this. This is the way you can see that say all the different sectors are included, that is stocks of the different sectors are included say in calculation of the Nifty value. So the proportion is also provided to us, and with that and of course with that so the individual the sector wise information is also given to us. Now understand friends, uh, we understand that say as far as the overall market is concerned, understand that say overall market is concerned, whatever the risk that say all these securities taken together is concerned is given a name as systematic risk. Logically we understand that say taking all these securities together, whatever the fluctuation that say they have is the total systematic risk. Now, whatever the volatility say that the security is having, understand that say whatever the volatility that the return of the security is having due to market changes is given a technical name as the systematic risk of the security. We understand that say the volatility is say indicating the risk. And what is the reason of the volatility? The reason of the volatility is say the market changes, and that is what we understand is called systematic risk of the security. I give you a small example like this. Let us say that say there is say, an annual general meeting say of a company say which is dealing in the traveling sector. Let us say that say after like the year 2021, so there is an AGM of the like that so the company which is dealing in that so the traveling business, and one of the shareholder is say having a contention that say the last year your company did not perform well. Then what the manager or what say the like the director of the company can claim that say due to COVID-19 say there was no market, say the people were not traveling, so how can we generate the business? So whatever the risk which you have, say due to change or due to some reasons of the market is given a name as a systematic risk, and that is measured in form of beta. So as far as the calculation of the beta is concerned, beta is calculated like this. Understand it carefully. Formula for the beta is co-movement of securities return with market movement divided by total systematic risk, which is measured in form of variance of the market portfolio. What is the numerator? Numerator is what is the change in the securities return due to change in the market's return. That is what say we understand is the covariance of the security with market return divided by total systematic risk, and total systematic risk is measured in form of variance of the market portfolio. That is the way the beta of the security is found. There is another formula also that say we have, say with which we can compute the beta of the security. So please I don't answer. There is one more method, I explain that to you also. Heading right down, calculation of beta of security. In that written first point, for calculation of beta of security, comma, we need to consider market portfolio. Full stop. Second point, market portfolio means a portfolio consisting of securities belonging to all sectors. Full stop. In India, we can say that Nifty and Sensex are market portfolio. Full stop. Third point, total risk of market portfolio is systematic risk. Full stop. Whatever movement in securities return due to market changes is considered as systematic risk of the security. Full stop. Formula: beta is equal to covariance of security with market divided by variance of market portfolio. This is covariance, or we can say it is co-movement of securities return with market return full stop. Sigma m square is variance of market portfolio. Full stop. Now friends, so there is one more formula which we can apply. What is that formula? Let us understand. We know that say correlation coefficient between two variables, that is security with market, can be calculated as covariance of the security with market divided by sigma m square. I'm sorry, divided by standard deviation of security into standard deviation of the market portfolio. Understand carefully. So covariance of the security with market can be calculated as R into standard deviation of security into standard deviation of the market portfolio. Now listen carefully. Beta is calculated as covariance of the security with market divided by sigma m square. Now how do you compute the covariance? It is R into standard deviation of security into standard deviation of the market divided by sigma m square, which is calculated as sigma m into sigma m. So now we understand that say sigma m is cancelled over here and again sigma m is cancelled over here. So we have, so the formula like this: R correlation coefficient into standard deviation of security divided by standard deviation of market portfolio. That is another formula that say we have of the beta calculation. Please write down this formula. The next formula is like this. So over here R stands for correlation coefficient between securities return with market return. This is standard deviation of security. And sigma m is standard deviation of market return. What is market return? So that I try to explain you in detail. That so the return of the Nifty, return of the Sensex is market return. Now friends, in order to make the computation of the beta of the security, since it is an initial question, we will be doing it by both the methods. First of all, the covariance method and then the correlation coefficient method. So let us make the calculation with the covariance method. So write down heading calculation of beta using following formula. Covariance with the of the security with market divided by sigma m square. So for that, we will prepare a table like this. Column number 1 is going to be year. Column number 2 is return from the security. Column number 3 will be return from the market portfolio. Summation x divided by n, that will give x bar. Summation m divided by n will give the m bar. Then we'll compute x minus x bar. Then we'll compute m minus m bar. Then we'll make x minus x bar into m minus m bar. Next will be m minus m bar whole square. That is the way we are required to make the computation of answer. X minus x bar into m minus m bar, summation of that divided by n will give the covariance. M minus m bar whole square, summation of that divided by n will give the variance of the market portfolio. And based on that, so we can make the computation of the beta of the security. So let us see how to make the calculation of answer. For security X, the returns are negative 12 plus 5 plus 10 plus 13. So overall it is 16 percentage. That is, so the total is 16. So as far as the calculation of the x bar is concerned, x bar is very simple. It is, say, summation x divided by n. So summation x is 16 divided by 4. That comes to 4 percentage. That is what we understand is x bar. Now x minus x bar, negative 12 minus 4, that comes to negative 16. 5 minus 4 is 1. 10 minus 4 is 6. 13 minus 4 is 9. Then it is summation m. 2 negative plus 10 plus 18 plus 22. That comes to 48. As far as the m bar is concerned, it is again very simple. Summation m divided by the number of years. Summation m is 48 divided by number of years are 4. That comes to 12% positive. So m minus m bar. So in that case it is negative 2 minus 12. That comes to negative 14. 10 minus 12 is negative 2. 18 minus 12, that comes to positive 6. 22 minus 12, that comes to positive 10. That is the way x minus x bar and m minus m bar is calculated. Next is x minus x bar into m minus m bar. So negative 16 into negative 14. Negative negative will become positive. That comes to 224. 1 into negative 2. So one is positive value, another is negative value. So it is negative 6 into 6, that is 36. 9 into 10, that comes to 19. Again the total will be calculated. 224 minus 2 plus 36 plus 90. That comes to 348. Now we can compute the covariance. As far as the covariance is concerned, it is calculated as summation of x minus x bar covariance between x and m. It is summation x minus x bar into m minus m bar divided by number of years. So it is 348 divided by 4. And the answer is 87. That is the covariance. Next is m minus m bar whole square. In that case, square of negative 14. That is 196. Square of negative 2. That comes to positive 4. Square of 6, 36. Square of 10, 100. And with that, so the total comes to 336. Now based on this, we can compute the variance of the market portfolio. Variance of the market portfolio is found as summation m minus m bar whole square divided by number of years once again. So over here it is 336 divided by 4. And the answer comes to 84. Okay, this is the way the covariance is calculated and variance of the market portfolio. Lastly, we will compute the beta, that is covariance of the security with market divided by variance of the market portfolio. So it is 87 upon 84. And the answer is 1.0357. That is the way the beta of the security can be calculated. So this is the way, first of all, we make the computation of the covariance. We'll make the computation of the variance of the market portfolio. And based on that, so the beta of the security is calculated. Now we'll make the computation of the beta using the second method. That is, so the correlation coefficient will be calculated for making calculation of the beta.